Here we fucking go. Yo, what is up, guys? SFuture here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're checking out brand new Motionless in White. I am beyond excited to be checking this out today, guys. Motionless in White is one of my favorite bands of all time. If you guys have never seen my videos before, I've reacted to a bunch of Motionless in White songs. Basically, their whole last album is pretty much all I've reacted to because I didn't have a reaction channel before that album, but Motionless in White has been one of my favorite bands for over 10 years. They were one of the first bands I ever saw live. Yeah, man, it's been quite some time since we've heard something from Motionless in White. Obviously, recently, we had the Fit for a King collab with Chris Motionless, but we haven't gotten a true Motionless in White song in a very long time, and I am very, very excited for this. Afraid of the Dark. The thumbnail looks very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, the thumbnail kind of looks a little cringy. I don't know. I'm not big on the thumbnail. But the video is probably going to be really cool. So there's a lot to talk about, guys. I'm going to put a timestamp on the video right now so you guys can skip to the reaction portion. But before we check out the song, I want to talk about the future of Motionless in White a little bit. So basically, when Motionless in White announced that this song was coming out, I've been seeing a lot of Reddit posts about Motionless in White and people kind of predicting and discussing and conversing over what the new era of Motionless in White may hold. I've seen a lot of different opinions. I've seen a lot of people say they wish they'd go back to the Creatures, horror, kind of crapcore, metalcore vibes. A lot of people say that they'd like them to just continue on with the sound of Scoring the End of the World. There's a lot of opinions, man, but what way are they actually going to go? And I think this song is going to show us what the future holds for Motionless in White. Scoring the End of the World blew up. Motionless in White was already a big band, but that album went crazy and got them so many numbers, especially with Masterpiece. That song having the success it did blew the band up even more. And that sound of that album obviously has such a mainstream sound, especially for people who are not into the harder metal genres. I think that album was a good gateway for a lot of younger people who aren't super into metal to get into the genre. So I personally think they're going to continue that sound. One, because obviously success-wise and monetization-wise and getting new fans-wise, I think that sound is best suited for them. And it's a good sound. It's a dark sound. It's a heavy sound. I personally, my favorite album from Motionless in White is Disguise. So I'd kind of like them to go back to that sound a little bit, even though that sound doesn't differ much from Scoring the End of the World. But Disguise is a little more creepier and a little darker, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you guys think the direction of Motionless in White is going to be this year. I believe the album is coming out this year. This is the first single, Afraid of the Dark, with an official video. I am so sorry for all the yapping, guys. I just wanted to kind of discuss and hear what you guys think about the direction Motionless in White may be going this year. So with that being said, guys, I am so excited to check this out. This is Afraid of the Dark by Motionless in White. Completely forgot to say, the reason my background is so barren and stripped is because I'm moving in like less than 2 weeks. So I had to kind of take my background down. I have one poster left, but yeah, that's why my setup looks so bare. Okay, it's already got that futuristic vibe. This is already very different. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God, the blast beats?
My life, I suffered and sacrificed to find that fear is only fatal till it's alchemized. To heal is to reproduce. Take the stage and siphon all the power from the pain.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
Struggles into my strength. If the answer is unknown, would you question the path you take?
Oh my God, the makeup.
With blind faith and broken bones, so follow
And they say falling in reverse makes better music. And they say Ronnie Radke's a better vocalist than my king, Chris Motionless. Oh my God. I'm about to be very, very dramatic. In my almost 5 years of making reaction videos, this might be the most blown away I've ever been reacting to a song. This is 100% going to be in my top songs of the year. If you guys are new to the channel, I am very annoying and pause songs and talk about them. So if you want to click off the video or skip to when the song resumes, I'll put a timestamp right here to where you guys can skip to where the song resumes. But there is so much to talk about right now. So the song starts off with this very melodic synth. It has this synthwave vibe to it, and it's so light sounding and very octane core sounding. But it's so light and pretty, and then the full instrumental drops in, and I love that the lead guitar mirrors that sound that synth was making, and the synth is still layered underneath, I believe, but the lead guitar takes on that same rhythm. I love that decision. When the full instrumental kicks in, it just goes from this light synthy vibe to immediate blast beats, quick riffs, and Chris screaming his ass off. And it has, like, on one hand, it has such a classic metalcore feel, but also it's so futuristic and so modern with the production in the synth. Wow, this is such a true metalcore song for Motionless In White. Obviously, Motionless In White is a metalcore band, but every single one of their albums has a new sound. You know, their first album, Creatures, was such a crabcore, early, like, you know, the 2010s crabcore era with, like, the MySpace bands. And then, like, Infamous moved on to that kind of still more classic metalcore, but also had those, like, Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, like Rammstein, new metal vibes. And then Reincarnate was even more classic metalcore. And you guys get what I'm saying. I feel like every album is a completely different subgenre of metalcore. And this feels so true to metalcore with the instrumentally and just that long scream to introduce us into this song. This feels like such a good first single to introduce their new album and era. It immediately sounds so different from Scoring the End of the World to me. It's like, it's still got that modern futuristic vibe, but it feels so serious. A lot of people didn't love a lot of the lyrics on Scoring the End of the World. Some of them were a little, I can't say cringy, because I love those lyrics and I love the album, but some of them were, they're kind of tasteful. You know, you kind of gotta be a certain person to really like the lyrics. And this song just feels so much more serious. The first verse has such a As I Lay Dying feel to it. The way, like, Chris goes, "I've taken my life," and then it's kind of like a little pause and then goes back into that quick rhythm in the verse. It's such a As I Lay Dying feel. It's kind of reminds me of Time Bomb, which is a very As I Lay Dying song. I gotta say, the production overall is the best this band has ever sounded, but specifically the vocal production is so good. I love the certain words and vocals that have these super echoey layering behind them. That initial scream at the very start of the first verse, the "I've taken my life," it's got such a echo behind it, so much reverb and so much production. But then when the quick rhythms come back in and he's still screaming, those go away, but on certain words they come back, they pop. Like, let me show you. So many layers, and then none here. More there. Those hits have those echoes behind them that sound so good. It's such good production. Chris obviously sounds so good, even if the production isn't great. His screams they get better and better. They have such a I want to know what mic he uses to record, because it feels like it gets every little thing that comes out of his mouth, all the little sounds in the back of his mouth. It picks it all up. He has such a thrashy scream. And then after the screams, Chris goes into this clean singing in the verse, and it's such a good melody, and he's got a little bit of rasp and grit in there. Man, for the longest time, I said Chris was my favorite screaming vocalist, and I think that is still the case. But man, it's like he's so good at screaming that sometimes I think it takes away from his clean vocals, because he has a very unique clean voice. You know, he so many modern bands are inspired by Chris Motionless and his vocals, me included. And his screams are so amazing and always have been, that I feel like they outweigh his singing, but then he just slaps you in the face and shows you how fucking good he is at singing. I love after the verse, we actually get a vocal from Justin, which is so cool. He's got this kind of like yell that throws us into the chorus. The chorus is it's so disrupting from the rest of the song. The rest of the song is so quick pace, and then that chorus comes in and it's so floaty and bouncy. It's so 2000s sounding. And I love how the music video changes with the chorus. Before the chorus, the video is very blue and black and very dark and futuristic and kind of cyberpunk looky, like we kind of got on the last album cycle. But then when that chorus comes in, all these gold colors and yellow colors come in, and it shows the I don't know, the kind of the major key behind the chorus. It feels so much more uplifting, and that's kind of what the messages of the song, saying don't be afraid of the dark. I gotta say, those clean vocals in that chorus might be Chris's best showcase of his clean vocals. Those are probably the best cleans I've ever heard from this man. He is just singing with so much emotion. Actually, I gotta say, the chorus also kind of reminds me of Breaking Benjamin, which I know is kind of a sore topic, because a lot of those fan bases like to argue a lot about like which band copies the other, and people like to call Motionless in White a Breaking Benjamin copycat, which I think is just stupid. But I do gotta say that chorus is so bouncy. It kind of reminds me of Breaking Benjamin's latest song, Awaken, and kind of has that just like that, you know what I mean? Like that vibe. It's goddamn, it's so good. I'm sorry for all the yapping, guys. Let's get back into the song. I just truly love this. Longer chorus this time. Yeah. Oh, the screams. The thumbnail was a really weird choice. Oh, big fucking breakdown. Oh, there's those cyber hex vibes. From the ashes, oh yeah. Fuck me up, Chris. Rebuilt by what broke me. Oh, rebuilt by what broke me. You'll see the spine, the heart, the void on the dirt. You'll feel the pain, the rage, the feet on the hurt. On every scar is a badge of a lesson I've learned that took me 20 fucking years to learn. Drop out chorus soon. I'm gonna come. A creature. Oh my God, Chris. When life drained the light from my heart, you pulled me from the dark. I've given you everything. Life light in pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. Inside, with purpose and passion, sweat and blood. From Stockholm to Scranton. From Stockholm to Scranton. From the pages, fear not the dark. If you mean it, you make it. If you mean it, you make it. Oh my God. No. Come back. Oh. Dude, the 570 references. I'm about to say the most outlandish fucking thing. That is my favorite Motionless in White song ever. This is about to be the best fucking album of the decade, dude. That is the greatest fucking song I've ever reacted to. I'm not kidding. I am... What the fuck? I have never felt this speechless about a song. All right, we got to talk about the second half of this song because it was filled with fucking everything, man. So after that first chorus, I love the transition into the seamless transition into the verse instead of having like a long riff and then go into the verse. Right after that first chorus, it goes right into the verse, which I really like that decision. And it gave us a little bit of like a breakdown, like a short breakdown in that second verse. My least favorite part about this song is how short that second verse is. I feel like the second chorus came so quick after that first one, you know, like there was maybe 15-20 seconds in between those two choruses, which I don't really love, but I do really like the second verse in the kind of the breakdown in there. And I do love how the second chorus was doubled. I love the double lengthening of that chorus. Oh my god. And after the second chorus, we get this bridge and we get those synths creeping back in, and we got this purple light, which I love how this song has so many... It reminisces so much of Score in the End of the World with these synths and these futuristic vibes in the video and the atmosphere of the song. Like, it has these purple lights and these blue colorings in the bridge. Reminds me a lot of Cyberhex. And just like this pulsating drums and the synth leading up, and then the one kick drum comes in and we're just building up into that breakdown. And like I said, the lighting in the video, it reminds me of like the Cyberhex vibes. And just that punchline, he said... And from the grave, I was rebuilt by what broke me, I think is what he said. And that fucking breakdown hits. And it gave me a super Wage War vibe. That breakdown reminded me of like their latest album or Manic. It had this slow vibe, and with the guitar squeals in there. Oh my god. And then the breakdown keeps going and we get a bleh. And then we go into this double timed breakdown that is way like stompier. And I so thought they were going to end it, but they doubled the breakdown and kept it going and sped it up. And oh my god. Something else I forgot to mention is I loved in the second verse how Chris was like, when he was screaming, he kept going into his head voice, which is something he's done for a super long time. And I love that vocal technique. At least I love the way he does it. The breathy voice in between the screams is something that he does so iconically that I love. That dropout chorus after the breakdown was filled with so much emotion. I felt tears like coming out of my eyes. That emotion in Chris's voice and that atmosphere made in the instrumental was fucking beautiful. It's such a cliche thing to do a dropout chorus after a breakdown, but when it's done so magically like that, and the video is so epic, which I gotta say, the choice to make that thumbnail for this music video being the hologrammed version of Chris in that purple was really stupid, I think. I think this video is so beautiful and magical looking that there were so many different frames they could have selected for the thumbnail, because the video is beautiful. There were so many different better options for the thumbnail, which doesn't matter at fucking all, but I thought that thumbnail was weird. That whole outro was just filled with so much emotion, with Chris's hair blowing in the wind. Like I said, I gotta say, Chris's hair, man, growing it back out, fucking love that, dude. But just the wind blowing his hair, he's just fucking singing his heart out, screaming like a fucking demon. And the lyrics, man, calling back to 570, man, is crazy. I've given my life, I suffered and sacrificed to find. That fear is only fatal till it's alchemized. To heal is to repurpose. Take the stage and siphon all the power from the pain. I turn my struggles into my strength. If the answer is in the unknown, would you question the path you take? If the past doesn't hurt to let go, would your future be yours to reclaim? You'll never know yourself till you walk alone with blind faith and broken bones. So follow the light in your heart and not be afraid of the dark. Will you follow me to where love met destruction? Where love met, that's their first EP, right? Will you follow me to where love met destruction? Yeah, I don't listen to that album because like the production is not great on it, but that was their first ever project where when love met destruction, I think. Will you follow me to where love met destruction? Doubt only dies if you keep pouring trust in. Fight or surrender your dreams, cause it's give up or give everything. Oh, how much are you willing to bleed to suffer for what you believe? We can't see the end from the start, so don't be afraid of the dark and walk with me. From the ashes, I was reborn free, and from the grave, I was rebuilt by what broke me. So tear me apart and you'll see the spine, the heart, the blood on the dirt. You'll feel the pain, the rage that feeds on the hurt. On every scar is a badge of a lesson I've learned that took me 20 fucking years to earn. Yeah, they're coming up on 20 years of being in a band, right? And now I know I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home. When life drained the light from my heart, you pulled me from the dark. I've given you everything, a lifeline and pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. Dark inside with purpose and passion, sweat and blood from Stockholm to Scranton. Fight or fright, arise from the pages. Fear not the dark. If you mean it, you'll make it. I have fucking chills. That is the greatest song I have ever reacted to. My favorite song I've ever reacted to. Maybe I'm just hyping it up way more than I should be because it's been years since last time I reacted to Motionless in White. But this song was truly, truly incredible. It's going to be my song of the year. I don't care. It had everything. It's like, man, it sounds so much like a continuation of Scoring the End of the World, but also so different. I love the uplifting vibes in the lyrics too. Just like, I love the juxtaposition of him saying all these different things, saying your struggles, your weaknesses is what gives you strength. I love that the song is something that we all can relate to, and it's also an uplifting message to people who hear it. But the song not only is telling people, don't be afraid of the dark, use your weaknesses as your strength and whatnot. Not only is he saying that to us, but he's saying that for him and saying that that's what he has done. That's what he says in the bridge to the breakdown, saying what I'm using to rebuild me is what broke me. He's not only saying that to us, but he's saying that's what he's doing and what he has done. And I love that. I also just love how many lyrics are in this song. You see so many bands kind of just copy paste lyrics in songs nowadays. Like when I react to a song from modern bands, I'll look in the description, read the lyrics, and it's like this long, because it's just repeating the same lyrics and so much of the song is instrumental. But that lyric sheet went on forever in this song, and there were so many lyrics that weren't just repeated. I fucking love this song. I know this video is going to be super long, and I really appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end. If you guys stuck around to the end, let me know what you guys thought about this song down in the comments down below. Obviously, I fucking loved it. This song is going to be on repeat all the time. I would try and do a vocal cover of this song, but Chris is a fucking magician when it comes to vocals, and I would embarrass myself. This song was incredible. I'm going to be listening to it all of the time. I cannot wait for them to release more music and an album. I'm expecting an album in the summer, probably, seeing as January is almost over. This is the first single. Maybe we'll get 3 more singles, maybe a single once every month. So maybe we'll get an album in June, maybe, or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought about the song down in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for future Motionless in White reactions. I will be reacting to whatever they put out in the future, so make sure you guys stick around on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the future.
I'm the dark of giving you ever